Good afternoon, TikTok. Yes, still pregnant. So, let me tell you about yesterday, okay? We was outside having a nice day. This is how I knew I grew up in a different time, okay? I just knew that we didn't do certain things. We didn't ask certain questions, especially to adults, okay? We just didn't, okay? Mind you, I'm 32. I'll be 33 on the 12th. These kids, these neighborhood kids, I ain't never seen them before. But apparently, they my next door neighbor's kids. I guess we get them every a couple of weekends a month, okay? That's my first time seeing them. The first sign of them was Babe cut the grass yesterday, day before yesterday. Okay, nice, line straight and everything. You know how I met these kids? They was riding their bikes in my grass, okay? In the grass. Now I'm too pregnant to just be getting up, running, and hollering at kids, okay? So I just set myself on my porch, in my rocking chair, while my baby, my daughter, was in the hammock. We sitting there. He come back because they puppy sitting. Got this pocket bully. That's what it's called. Okay. And for some reason, when black people see pit bulls, any bully breed, where you get the dog from? You got another one? Is that a female? I'm trying to get it to breed with mine. No. We just take care of it for a moment. Okay? Shit. $3,000 for this dog. $3,000 for this brother. Anyway. These kids come over here because they see a dog. Kids see a dog. Oh my God, can I pet it? Does it bite? Whatever. So the four of us are standing out there. Me, my daughter, boyfriend, his son. We sitting out there making sure our kids, make sure this dog don't, get snatched up by nobody. The other kids don't take it. We sitting there. Okay, the neighborhood kid, the girl, is one girl, two boys. So there's an older boy, the girl is the middle child, and then there's a little boy. She just started rambling off with some questions. So she asked my boyfriend, she goes, who is she to you? Us. Jesus, fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. I said, this is my girlfriend. She's like, okay. I said, Jesus, I already knew where this was going. I said, Lord, fix it. And there she looked at me. Are you P? I said, am I P? She said, yeah. Are you the P word? I said, what's the P word? And she was like, I said, am I pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant. I said, did you just think I was fat and I just had a fat stomach, but you didn't want to say it? I said, a lot of people feel that way. She said, I just didn't know. I just didn't know. I said, oh, okay. She said, so what's in your belly? I said, what's in the belly when somebody's pregnant? She said, I don't know what's in there. I said, it's a baby in here. I said, he in there, he moving around. She said, oh, it's like a baby in there for real. I said, yes, I'm not pretending to be pregnant, ma'am. I'm actually pregnant. So he goes down there and starts cleaning out his car, right? And she, for some reason, asked our age. She was like, how old are you? And he was like, I'm 30. And she was like, how old are you? I said, I'm 32. She was like, oh, y'all shouldn't be together because you older than him. I said, what does that have to do with anything? And who are you, child? I don't know how old she is about. I'm going to give her 7. She about 7. I said, this, Lord Jesus. I said, back in my day, you didn't really ask adults anything personal. You just didn't. There was a different way to approach adults back then. But, I said, first of all, you wouldn't be in a black person's yard, just walking in their grass, let alone riding your bike in their grass. I was just like, oh God. Then, it's hot and I'm pregnant. I'm just like, okay, the dog peed and whatever, take him back in the house. We just gonna sit on the porch. Y'all could be out there playing if y'all want to. Don't feel obligated to play with people you don't want to play with. This girl, all of them, they just start asking these kids questions. And I can we can hear them from the porch, okay? We can't see because we got real high bushes, but we can hear these kids. And I just hear them ask Hakeem, his son, they're like, so, is that your mama's house? You live here? I said, is that her dad? Do you know who her dad? I said, listen. So I called him up to the porch. I said, listen, if you don't feel comfortable asking them the questions, I said, because A, they shouldn't be asking you nothing personal, because it ain't none of their business to begin with. B, who in the hell wants to know? I said, why do they want to know that shit about y'all anyway? They're fucking kids. I said, what the hell? I said, but don't. I said, if you don't feel comfortable, you can just come up here, okay? Or you can just tell them, I'm not about to answer your questions. Older boys start talking to my daughter, which I start to get suspicious when boys start talking to my daughter. Okay, back the fuck up. Excuse my language. Start talking to my daughter. He goes, what school you go to? So how old are y'all? What grades are y'all in? Then they just start asking stuff to the point where we called them up there and we was just like, listen, y'all, please. If y'all don't feel comfortable, they starting to get annoying. Like, we don't even want to be down there playing. I said, if y'all don't want to play with them, don't play with them. I said, y'all can either go in the house or y'all can just stay on the porch or whatever. But when I say they were like drilling them, I'm just like, Lord. I said, I guess the kids are built different nowadays. I said, because I wouldn't, first of all, why do I care what school you go to? It ain't mine. Because clearly I don't live over here. I don't even live next door to you. I said, Lord Jesus, why does it matter whose father is who? Then this is my thing. Like, they rolling, and then our neighbor that we actually know, he comes by, he's talking to us, and he has like a bag full of stuff. I don't know what it is, food, I'm guessing. And the little girl's like, let me get what's in your bag. Let me get some of what's in your bag. And I was just like, oh God, no. And then he goes, he looked at my boyfriend and goes, is that your daughter? He said so fast. When I say our neighbor couldn't even get the sentence out of his mouth, he was, no. I about died. I said, oh my God. He said, no. And then she goes, that's my uncle. He said, no, I'm not. I said, oh Lord, fix it. Jesus, fix it. Oh my God. But they kept going up his stairs. They was in his yard. And I was just like, I just made it so that our kids weren't in. I said, be mindful. We have a whole yard. Stay in our yard. Please don't go in other people's yards. Because, I don't know. Respect. But them kids was just everywhere. Asking questions. Running. That's another thing. I don't know. Whatever happens at their house happens. But the ball kept going in the street. First of all, they was getting yelled at because the authority figure over there told them, don't go down there because we live on a pretty busy street. Don't pass there because people go in and out the alley. A lot of cars drive through there. You might get hit. They kept driving over there, so they kept getting yelled at. Then I guess my daughter was playing with the ball and then went in the street. First of all, she know not to go in the street. So she just standing on the step. I guess the older boy trying to impress her ran into the street. Boy almost got hit by the car, getting yelled at. He said, because I guess the authority for them was like, this ain't the first time either, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, Lord. I said, so I called her up there. I said, what happened? She said the ball on the street. I said, did you go out there? She said, he did though. Oh, then the little girl, she wanted to play with the dog because they bought him out again so he could go to the bathroom. And my daughter had a stick because the dog like biting on sticks. The girl snatched a stick out of my daughter's hand. I said, excuse me, ma'am. I said, what we don't do over here is take stuff out of people's hands, okay? That's what we're not going to do. Because my daughter was on the verge of saying something to a true Libra. We both Libras. I said, I called her before she could say something that was going to get both of them in trouble. I said, don't do that. Not over here. That's not what we doing.